Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. You will not be seeing me throughout this video, so let me go ahead and set the video up for you, and then you can go ahead and enjoy the scenery. Right now, I'm about to go on a drive, so I'll be driving while the information is being given to you. You can ride along and enjoy the scenery as I'm driving out this place. Somewhere around one part of one place which part me there. Anyways, the Jamaican embassy in Jamaica has on their site issued warnings about our scammers. Scammer them there. And especially over the holiday season, the scammers have been super active, right? There's a Jamaican young man who just got, I don't know which word to use. Them call it extradited. I have another funny word I normally use for it, you know, when them give the iron bangle and iron anklets and them connect them together, shackled and chained up, and you're dragging across the tarmac, heading on that plane, heading into Dakota, North Dakota, South Dakota, wherever, some cold place them draw you go. This man managed to get over 800,000 US dollars out of one woman. And I know a lot of people keep saying, how the hell, even if you're going to get scammed, how the hell do you end up getting scammed for over 800,000 US dollars? You know, see, enough Jamaican people me know what they are foreign and work here for years of them life and don't have $800,000 cash sit down, put on pan. And to think that, I remember, you know, a time gone by when I was saying, boy, my brother them, they need to do a little bit better because the American authorities, the FBI, CIA, all these people are on us now. They are working with the Jamaican government now and Jamaican authorities, law enforcement, to not only extradite you, but they are looking to even take away stuff that your parents have. Because if mommy can prove, say, she have that big house there, because of how she work over the years and save. You know, some people might chop a big food and end up build a big house and put it in a daddy name and put it in a mommy name. There was a series we did over the course of this year when they released the information. It's still on this channel. It's called Go After Their Mothers, because that's what they said. But in all, they said go after their mothers, their fathers, their grandmothers, their aunties, their uncles, their cousins, because them realize people are chopping big food them, but they're putting it in family members' name. That way when law enforcement comes, you know, a brother go and say, can't go to jail, me no business, me I'll do my time and come back, me I go rich same way. Now, the time is fast approaching for Jamaicans who are scamming to realize that your whole family is going to be put in a shankle manankle bangle. But with that said, we understand the ins and outs of this and why some people continue to get caught. Me know someone are going to say, I greedy them greedy. Because how you feel win Lotto when you never enter no Lotto? And what make you think somebody are going to just call you and tell you about you win 10 million US dollar, but you have to give them 800,000 first, and then they will send you your 10 in the morning and you get up and do it. Greedy them greedy, so I punish them, get punished for them greediness. I know some people are going to say that, but don't forget, the reality of this is that some of these people, most of those who are victimized, are actually elderly American citizens who are suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's. Some people call it reparations. Some people call it wickedness. Whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. You won't hear me talk again anymore. Listen to the information that was put out by the Jamaican embassy concerning scammers, scamming, and all that other stuff. All right, what to do if you are, so on and so forth. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Scamming is such a big thing in Jamaica, right? Scammer them there. Who would have known that the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica has a complete part of it that is dedicated to scamming? Wow. Well, let's get into the details. So, official information says that The American Citizen Services section in Kingston receives frequent inquiries from citizens who have been defrauded for hundreds and even thousands of dollars by advance fee fraud scammers in Jamaica. That means Jamaica Chapeline hard, but y'all are getting reported extra hard too. The most prevalent in Jamaica is the lottery scam, where scammers lead victims to believe that they have won a drawing of lottery, but the cash or prizes will be released without upfront payment or fees or taxes. They won the lotto, but your winnings cannot be released until you pay these upfront fees or taxes. Scammers frequently target the elderly or those with the disposable income. If it is too good to be true, then it is not true. Do not believe what you have won, that you have won lottery or that you never entered. I mean, if you never entered a lottery, how could you possibly have won, right? So they're saying do not believe that you have won a lottery that you have never entered. It is illegal to play foreign lotteries from the United States anyways. Do not believe any offers, lottery, prize, claim, inheritance, all of that. That require a fee to be paid up front. Do not provide personal or financial information to individuals or businesses that you don't know or haven't verified. Do not send any money to someone that you do not know, or do not attempt to recover any funds personally or travel to Jamaica to transfer any money. You might go missing. Check the following signs to see if you might be involved in a fraudulent lottery scheme. Warning: you receive a unsolicited call, a letter, or email claiming that you have won a lottery or contest that you never entered, or that other individuals or businesses entered you for, and that you must pay a fee or taxes to claim the prize. Right away, if you hear that, you're on to one. The caller indicates that they are doing you a service by allowing you to pay fees up front in order to avoid further hassles, taxes, paperwork, lawyers, all that stuff. How convenient. The caller provides stories explaining the urgent need for some money and finds creative ways for you to obtain and send that money, including using green dot cards, selling property, taking out loans, etc. Big red flags. A caller you do not know claims to know about your neighborhood, your family, or your personal situation in life. If funds are not submitted, the scammers may become angry or they may start making threats. Threats includes claims that they will report you to the IRS, report you to the police, or even cause bodily harm. Scammers may involve unwitting accomplices to contact you, including their friends, including their family, including neighbors, or even local police, because some of the police are in on it too, or some of them posing as police officers. Scammers may subsequently pose as government officials or lawyers, claiming that you must pay for their service to assist with your case, reclaim your scammed funds, or protect you from criminal prosecution. So although the caller may claim to be in Jamaica, he or she may ask that the money be sent to an account in another country or to an accomplice in the United States of America. Alternatively, the scammer may state that he or she is in a third country but request that the funds be sent to Jamaica. If you think you have been a victim of lottery scam, speak up and stop sending money. The biggest part, stop sending money. Scammers are difficult to stop because most victims do not report the incident. Report the matter immediately to the Federal Trade Commission and also the Internet Crime Complaint Center, a partnership among the Federal Bureau of Investigations, or the FBI, the National White Collar Crime Center, and the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the BIA. You can also inform the U.S. Embassy in Kingston and contact the local police. Stop all communications with the scammer and stop sending money. If their calls do not stop, attempt to block their calls or consider changing your phone number. Lottery scam resources. You have the Internet Crime Complaint Center. You have the Federal Trade Commission. You have Department of State Internal Financial Scams Brochure. Other types of scams that are available. Additional scams originating in Jamaica include U.S. citizens fraud by internet contacts they thought were friends or loved ones. So, these schemes include online dating services, inheritance notices, work permits, job offers, bank overpayments, non-existent BTA airline boarding fees, and even the appearance that you are helping a friend who is in trouble. So, in many cases, scammers make phone calls or they troll the internet for victims, and they spend weeks or months building a relationship. Once they have gained their victim's trust, the scammers create a false situation and then they start asking for money. So before you send funds, check to see if you recognize any of the following signs and realize that you may be a potential victim of a scam. You only know your friend or fiance online and may never have met them in person. In some cases, the victim has been believed he or she has married the scammer or the proxy. Wow. Photographs of the scammer shows a very attractive person and appears to have been taken at a professional modeling agency or photo studio. If they provide you with a copy of their passport or their visa, you can always contact the U.S. Embassy in the country where the passport or the visa was issued to verify the validity of the document. The scammer's luck is incredibly bad. That's funny. He or she is in a car crash or have been arrested or they were mugged and robbed or they were beaten or they were hospitalized. Close family members are dead or unable to assist them. Sometimes the scammer even claims to have a young child or children overseas who is ill or hospitalized on the brink of death. You have sent money for visas or plane tickets, but they can't seem to make it to their destination. You try to fly them in, but they take the money and they don't show up. Citing detention by immigration officials. Like they'll call and give you an excuse like, I was on my way, but I got detained by the immigration officials, or other reasons that prevent them from traveling. Here's another one. Be aware of anyone who requests funds for a BTA or a basic travel allowance. That's what a BTA is. As a requirement to depart another country for the United States. There is no such thing. as a BTA, or basic travel allowance. In other cases, your internet friend will claim to need a travel allowance or some travel money or to be able to travel to the United States. Again, there is no such requirement under US law. The scammer may even claim to be contacting you from a US embassy where your partner or business associate or friend is being detained pending payment or some type of fee. U.S. embassies do not detain people and ask for payment for them to be released. Be aware. Internet scammers are using social media network sites and other forms of social media and internet to find their victims. The scammers obtain a personal login information. Then they change his or her profile to make it appear as if that person is in trouble. And then they contact the person's friends via those websites asking them to send money to help that person. To avoid falling victim to such a scam, always be suspicious of anyone who is asking for money through the internet or over your phone, including via social networking sites, and always verify a supposed friend's circumstances by speaking to him or her directly. In other words, if somebody calls you and tells you your cousin Jameson is in trouble and we have him here in custody and his bail is going to be 2,000 US dollars. Don't just go jumping, sending 2,000 US dollars to whoever is calling you, telling you that Jameson is in trouble and his bail is 2,000. Ask to speak to Jameson first and have a conversation with him. Always protect your online identity by securing your logins and your passwords. Then there are adoption scams. Adoption scams are becoming increasingly common. The perpetrator of child adoption fraud, those often claim to be indigent parents who are unable to care for a child, or members of the clergy who are working at an orphanage and are seeking a good home for a child. Americans should be very cautious about sending money or traveling abroad to adopt a child from an orphanage that they have only heard about through an email. A new twist in the conventional email adoption scam has appeared recently, and this one occurs after the victim discovers that he or she has been fooled by the scam. So, once the victim suspects fraud and breaks off communication with the scammer, a new email message will arrive claiming to be from a police agency. These fictitious policemen will offer to recover the victim's lost money. The scammers will then ask for a refundable fee to open the investigation or court files. All of these scams have one thing in common: they contain requests for money. Sometimes you are asked to pay money to obtain something of value for yourself, like a prize or a romantic relationship, or pay money to get way more money, or you are asked to pay money to help a friend who is in trouble. In every case, however, the ultimate indicator of a scam is that you are always asked to pay money. These con artists can be very creative and very determined. Be skeptical. Do not send anyone money unless you are certain that it is a legitimate request, even if you think you know the person well, based on your internet correspondence with them. You are unlikely to be able to recover monies that are lost in such types of scams. If you believe you're a victim of internet scam, do not send money. And if you have been sending money, stop sending money. Cut communication with the person who has been contacting you. Do not send money. Unfortunately, any money that you might already have sent will probably never be recovered. End all communication with the scammer immediately. Rather than attempt resolution directly, if you feel threatened, contact your local police at once. Do not attempt to personally recover the funds. Contact the appropriate authorities to resolve the matter. Report the matter immediately to the Internet Crime Complaint Center. That's a partnership among the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the National White Collar Crime Center, and the Bureau of Justice Assistance. If the scam originated through a particular website, notify the administrators of the website that this scam was perpetrated against you from that website. Hey, people are getting to the money however they can nowadays, right? It's not new. It's been going on for a while. They are getting more brazen with these scams, but they're also getting more sophisticated with these scams as well. We've seen a lot of people who say, oh, they could never get me. I don't understand how people fall for this. End up getting got and end up falling for exactly what they thought they would never fall for. Be careful out there. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace. Peace.